All right, take a look at this one. It's usually a fraction plus a fraction, or it has been so far. This one is not. We'll make it a fraction. Mission accomplished. Done. All right, let's move on. No, I'm kidding. There's more. We need a common denominator, and that common denominator is, 1 times, 1 times whatever is just whatever. So 1 times x squared, just x squared. So 1 goes into x squared goes into x squared. So our common denominator is going to be x squared. So let's start with the easy one first. If I wanted to change this fraction right here, what would I do? Well, I would just don't. Keep it exactly the way it is. It's perfectly fine. So from here to here, you multiplied by 1 basically, so 1 times 1. From here to here, you multiplied by x squared. So I already had an xy in the numerator, and I'm going to multiply by x squared. And that means that I'm about to get, let's see, xy times x squared. That's x cubed y over x squared plus 1 over x squared. And then we're going to slide this up and stare at that for a moment and say, oh, well, you know what? I can just add those fractions, keep your denominator, add your numerators, and we're done. Okay, let's move to the next. Common denominator here. All right, well, I need a common denominator. Let's ignore the y's for just a second. If I was just talking common denominator among the 3 and the 2, it'd be a 6. Okay, but it's not just 6. I'm going to need a y cubed as well. So every factor of your denominator needs to be accounted for. So we're going to put y cubed here and y cubed here. Now things get a little bit tricky. So we'll start with the one on the left. 3y cubed goes into 6y cubed. Okay, well 3 goes into 6 2 times, and then y cubed goes into y cubed, well, 1 time. So nothing changed there. I had a 2, or I needed a 2, and then I had a 2, so 2 times 2. Okay, from here to here, what changed? A lot. So 2 goes into 6y cubed. Well, 2 goes into 6 3 times. And I needed, from here to here, from denominator to denominator, I needed to multiply by y cubed, so you do it in the numerator as well. Whatever you do to change your denominator, that's what you'll do in your numerator. And then we'll multiply by y. Okay, so numerator, 4 over 6y cubed. If you reduced it, you'd be going backwards, so don't. And then 3y to the 4th over 6y cubed. And again, if you reduced it, y to the 4th over y cubed, that'd be y. 3 over 6 is 1/2. It all works. Let's put your numerators together. 4 minus 3y to the 4th. They're unlike terms, so you can't do anything else with them except that right there. Okay, now things get really fun. What in the world? Thought we're supposed to have fractions. We do. What's your least common denominator? B and 1. B times 1, that's B. So common denominator is B. Nothing changed. Everything changed. 1 times what is B? B. 1 times B is B, so I need 1 times B here. So right here I'm going to have, well, a common denominator of B, numerator is A plus B. Now if you're tempted to cancel, don't do this. If you're tempted to do that, don't you dare do it. Because this B is attached to this A through addition. It's all one factor, so you can't just cancel those and pretend like it's okay. It's not okay. All right, last one in this video. There are no more lurking over here in the corner. Our common denominator, all right, let's just go for the obvious. It's going to involve an x, right? So I need an x, I need an x. Common denominator among 3 and 4, however, is, let's see, what? And let's go about it as if we don't know that the answer is, not going to say. Okay, take the big number. Does the small number go into the big number? No. All right? Count by that. So 4, 8, all right, does the small number go into 8? No. 3 doesn't go into 8. Add another 4. Does 3 go into 12? Yes. Very good then. Least common denominator is 12x. All right, 3x goes into 12x 4 times. In other words, 3x times what gives me 12x? That'd be 4, so 1 times 4. 4x goes into 12x 3 times. In other words, what would I multiply this by to get this? Be 3, and I have a 5, multiply by 3. So we have 4 over 12x minus 15 over 12x. We're going to... You better scroll up. My word, what just happened? It zoomed way in, out, something. There we go. All right, 4 minus 15, that's negative 11. Yes, these can be negative, and that's what we have. That's it right there.